Hey guys, so we're in 6th grade, and pretty much me and April are not talking. Me and Ashley are not talking that much. So I'm mostly stuck with guy friends who are Jason and Connor. Coincidentally, dated both this year. Not this year, but the 6th grade year. And I dated another guy named Tyler. And those will all be like story time. So at the end of 6th grade, she comes. We all had like different lunches, but we had these like little money where we can like pay for stuff and we go to other people's classrooms and hang out with our friends or do that. So I think I paid to hang out with Tyler or Jason. I don't know which. I think I done one or the other. And she comes in and I'm like, okay. April comes over there and is like, oh my gosh, I am moving to New York. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I'm leaving all of you. I feel so bad. So she started taking pictures of everyone, started videotaping everyone. I'm like, really? You haven't talked to me in almost 2 years. 2 years, pretty much. And now you're in here like this. So she moves away, I think for a year, maybe even 2, I can't remember. But then she moves back. Either our 8th grade or our freshman year. It may have been freshman. So she moves back, and she's a completely changed person. Like, not in a good way though. Like, she has, just became worse. If that was even possible. She became worse. She ignored me even more. She acted like we were never friends, any of that. And then sophomore year, I think it was sophomore year, she acted like we were the best friends. Like, we never fought, we never done any of this. And I think it's really because of me and, we're going with Amber right now, but my best friend, me and her started becoming friends. Me and Amber are hanging out more and more and more. I think April started, like, getting jealous of that. So she started morphing herself into Amber. Now, granted, Amber came along her 7th or 8th grade year. Okay? She started dating this guy named Blake. Blake wasn't the nicest guy to Amber. So, Blake and her broke up. Well, April decided to date Blake. Fine, dandy. Then, junior year, I was fighting with Amber. And I was also fighting with Jason. And those are the only 2 people that I really sat with at lunch. Because Conan, again, moved away in 7th grade. 7th and 8th grade. That summer. So, I decided to go sit with April because she was being friendly with me, all this stuff. Again, stupid idea. Well, every day at lunch, April would ask me if I would go buy her something. It would be cookies, chips, drinks, stuff like that. And she would just be like, oh, I'll pay you back later. Oh, I'll pay you back tomorrow. Oh, I'll pay you back next week. Like, that stuff. And literally I've never seen a dime from that. Then me and April slowly work on a relationship. Then me and Jason slowly work on a relationship. So I moved back to sit with them. And April got mad at that. So she started talking all these rumors, like how I was cheating with Conan and all this other stuff. So me and Amber had to squash that really quickly. So that was put to rest. And then senior year rolls around. Amber decides to only go to school half a day because junior and senior year in my high school, you go a half a day and work the other half. And that's what Amber did. That's also what Jason did. But Jason was in the morning and Amber was in the afternoon. Well, me and April had a class together and it was 7th hour. And I also had it with the Tyler that you guys heard about in 6th grade. Pretty much, I sat with them. Well, I tried to sit by Tyler, but April threw a fit saying, I have to sit right in the middle, right dead in the middle. And I was like, really? She's like, yes, and you have to be to my right, and he has to be to my left. I'm like, this sounds like 3rd grade all over again. So, that's what happens in the beginning. Then, this new guy who, in my town, there's people that only come the first 9 weeks about, and then leave for Texas. So, one of them was sitting up front, and April decides to go sit with him because she likes to flirt with a lot of guys. Just saying. I don't think there was any guy in our graduating class that she did not flirt or date. And yes, I do mean something else with dating. But we'll get into that in a little bit. So she's up there flirting with this guy. And me and Tyler, I move over to see, and he's like, of course she has to flirt with every guy in this school. It's like, you just not realize this? Like, according to her, you've been her best friend since you guys were babies. Well, then after he moves back, she has to sit right back there. I'm like, alrighty. So I moved back over. Then, she's sick, like, off and on every week. I'm like, really, are you really sick, or are you just, like, trying to skip out your whole senior year? Like, that's what it literally seemed like. She's like, no, my eardrum busted, and all this other stuff. And I'm like, really? Wouldn't you have, like, a doctor's note from that? And literally none of the teachers knew where she was. That's what I'm saying. This girl lies a lot. And then, I think it was either right before Christmas break or right after, she finds out that she gets accepted to this Christian college, like, really pristine, like, has a lot in the teaching and nursing field. And at first she wanted to become a teacher. Well, then she becomes pregnant. And yes, I mean pregnant. Like, I'll explain why I'm doing that in a minute. So she decides that I'm not going to go there no more, because I want to stay home so I can raise this child. So she's like, also my roommate fell through and all this other stuff. So I'm like, okay, seems legit. Shouldn't have thought this. Then, a week later, she loses it. Literally, one day, she has it. Next day, she loses it. Wouldn't you have gone to Wouldn't you have gone to the ER? Wouldn't you have gone somewhere if you hadn't even been linking that you were and you're bleeding? Like, seriously. At least I would have. And she's like, literally, it was the day after. I'm like, really? That's what I'm saying. She wasn't. I literally think that she wasn't. So then she decides, I'm going to apply to my college that I wanted to go to with all my heart, but didn't get in. So after that, and literally this is after didn't get in, and I heard like from a lot of people that I didn't get in because I submitted late, which, okay, fine. She submits almost a month after I do, and she gets in. And some of you may comment down, oh, she may have better SAT scores, she may have better GPA, No, we have the same exact GPA. Like, that's not it. It may have been SAT scores. Yes, I admit that. But, like, what I was hearing and what was happening did not add up. So what I'm thinking is she done something to get her foot in, and I do mean something. So I think let me back it up, because I think that was after what happened here. So we go on our senior trip. Fine, dandy, my best friend Amber did not want to go. Okay, fine. So I asked April if she would go. She would be my buddy. She said fine. Well, me and Amber got in one little tiff. Like, I was like, you need to stop lying, pretty much. And she's like, I'm not lying, blah, blah, blah. So she asked this one guy, and we're going to call him Anders. So Anders said he would be her buddy. So we all three become buddies. Okay? I'm so glad that this happens. And I think it's a medical condition or it's something, but I cannot go on many rides, and we were going to Six Flags for our senior trip. Well, it's also late at night, so we can't see much. We go on one ride, and it's fine. It's like, what I like to call it is, it's the ship. If you guys don't know the ship, it's like a huge pirate ship that goes doo, 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 like that. But it was like on steroids. Because it was like this big long chair thing. We were all facing the same way, I think. Yeah, I think we were all facing the same way. And it zooms past, like at 90 miles an hour, goes all the way up, I think one side twirls and then goes all the way back down and up. So it's like, and you do it about 3 times. So that's fine. I'm okay with fast things. Then we go to the restroom and we decide to go on this other ride. And I'm like, okay, this looks tame. This looks like a normal roller coaster. It's a roller coaster that you're harnessed in and goes 90 miles an hour and loop-de-loops and twirly-twirls, and I can't do that. And I'm literally telling her, like, we're still outside because there's this building that you have to go into because there's 2 different sides to this. And you have to either choose the left or the right, and I'm like, I can't go on this. Anders is like, I don't feel comfortable with this. And April's like, one of you has to go with me. You just has to. And we're just like, we can't. So finally, me and Anders are like, you know what? Let's just go up in line with her, let her get on, and we leave. So we do that. We start leaving, and she screams where everyone, like, there was a bunch of schools there, so there was a lot of people there. She screams at the top of her lungs, I can't believe you guys are leaving me. I can't believe we wasted a half an hour or an hour or something like that waiting in line for nothing. And we both look at her and just turn away and just keep walking. She was fuming, and she had on Anders' jacket, my money, because I had no pockets and I could not get to pockets. So she like threw that stuff at us and was like, leave me the blank alone, and runs off. And this is the part that gets me. She runs off crying like we did something wrong. Like we were telling you 30,000 times, we can't go on this ride. Let's go on another. Let's go do something else. No. She wouldn't hear any of it. And about that time, we were supposed to meet up with our chaperones. To be like, hey, we did not get kidnapped, raped, murdered, things like that. So we didn't know if she messaged them. We didn't know any of that. So we decided to go to the site where we were supposed to do it. Well, no one was there, so we decided, okay, you know what, let's go to a coffee shop, cool down. If they call our parents, we'll just explain it to them. Because my mom had known what April does a lot. She understood. So I call Conan, like, freaking out, being like, I just got left at Six Flags. He's thinking I'm, like, literally meaning my school left me. I'm like, no. I got left alone with Anders, like, all this other stuff. I tell him the whole entire story with April, like, all this stuff. I call Amber. Of course, she doesn't answer. I understand. It was 2 o'clock our time, 3 o'clock theirs. The only reason that Conan was up was because he stays up all night. I knew that he would answer. So, after that gets done, we decide to just walk around, just kind of keep ourselves busy, kind of like talk to each other, like all this stuff. And then breakfast comes around, because again, this is at night. Breakfast comes around, and we're supposed to meet back up with our chaperones. So we show them, hey, we're not dead or we're alive, like, we're fine, all this stuff. And when the chaperones are like, oh, where's April? And I'm like, I have no clue. Like, she literally left us, like, 2 hours ago. And someone was, like, right behind us, like, yeah, I saw her on the bench crying her eyes out on the arm of some random guy. I'm like, sounds like April. Sounds just like her. So me and Anders decide to sit and eat breakfast. And everyone, like this is big news in our little high school. Everyone's coming up to me and Anders like, what's wrong with April? Like, why'd you guys leave her? All this stuff. And we had to tell the whole entire story like 15 times. So we get done with breakfast. Again, we just walk around. I think we go into like this candy shop and buy a lot of candy and buy go into the wizarding stuff because I like wizards. I don't know why. I'm a dork. So we just like look around and just random stuff. Then it's time to get on the bus. April looks like her eyes are like bloodshot. And like she gives me the death stares and all this stuff. And I'm like I don't care. I really do not care right now. I was fuming that day. So we go to sleep on the bus. Of course I have to sit by her because me and her were buddies and I can't sit by Anders because it's a boy and girl bus. All this stuff. So like we get there I think a few minutes early and my parents are thinking, oh, we're going to get there like late, like normal school trips do. So I'm calling them. They're not answering. I called both their cells and the home number. They're not answering. I call them about 2 or 3 times. Then I'm like, okay, I'm going to call my sister. Because I know my sister will answer and get a hold of my mom or something. So I call her. And she just got this new car, which had a built-in phone. And she was driving. I think she was driving my little nieces somewhere. I don't know. Maybe go shopping. So she's trying to use it, and she can't figure. She could hear a little bit what I was saying, but not really. So she would be like, "What? What?" And I like screamed it across the bus, which that probably wasn't good. And like woke everyone up. I felt so bad, but so, and she's like, "Okay, calm down. I'll get home, Mom," and our stepdad. So before she even can, they're calling me back, so that was all okay. But April gives me the dirtiest look and was like, you just woke up everyone on the bus. I'm like, yeah, if your parents weren't answering and your sister could not hear you, you'd be screaming too. So that like tipped me off. I was like, I'm getting all my stuff and getting off this bus as soon as I can. So that's what I did. And right when I get home, I tell my mom the whole entire story. She's like, finally, you're not friends with April anymore because, like, that stuff was crazy. And I think I'm going to stop it here. So find out why me and her are still not friends and what has happened since then in part 3. I'll see you guys next week. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe and comment down below if you think I'm wrong. Because if you do, okay. I just want to hear why you think I'm wrong. Pretty much. Alrighty, see you guys next week. Bye.